What's up everyone, welcome back. Moving on to the next question. We have to find an expression for the radius in a cylinder, and the volume for a cylinder is equal to 1 over 3 pi r squared h. And then we have to find the radius if the volume is 250 pi over 3 and the height is equal to 10. So first thing we got to do is we got to take this volume formula. We got to isolate for that radius. So how do we do that? Well, let's get rid of this fraction first. So multiply both sides by 3. 1 over 3 times 3 is just 1. And then this v we're going to have to multiply by 3 as well. So we'll have 3 times the volume is equal to pi r squared h. Now to get this r by itself, first thing we're going to do is we're going to divide both sides by pi h. So we'll end up having r squared is equal to 3 times volume over pi h. So I'm just going to sort of flip these. I'm going to put the r squared on this side and then this on this side. You could have kept the r squared on the other side as well. Doesn't really matter. And then at this point, we can, square root both sides to get the r by itself. So basically the radius is going to be the square root of 3 times the volume all over pi times the height. Right? So when you isolate for the radius, that's what it's going to be. And you could also write this, if you want to write this as an exponent, 3v over pi h to the power of 1 over 2. Right? Both of these are the same thing. Okay, so either one of these is an expression for the radius, and now we have to find the radius, and they tell us the volume is 250 pi over 3, and the height is equal to 10. So at this point, I say we just plug those values in here. So we'll have r is equal to what? 3 times 250 pi over 3, all over pi times the height of 10. That's going to be all to the power of a half. So from here you just simplify. 3 and 3 here would cancel out. So we would be left with what? 250 pi over 10 times pi is just 10 pi. And this is going to be all to the power of a half. Well, the pi's cancel out. 250 over 10 is 25. And then 25 to the power of a half, that's like the square root of 25, which ends up being 5. So the radius was 5 units. And I just realized I actually didn't give any units here, right? So 5 units is the radius when the volume is 250 pi over 3 units cubed, and the height is 10 units.